and welcome to Finextra. I'm Josie Waite and I'm here with Mark Barnett from Mastercard, and we're talking about the rise of the sharing economy. Thank you for joining me, Mark. For context, it would help if we could start with your definition of a sharing economy, and what is the current state of the sharing economy?
It's relatively new, but you will have heard of companies like Airbnb and Uber. They're the two most prominent companies today acting in the sharing economy. What it is the invention of platforms that enabled underutilized assets to be used. So, for example, I have two cars. They spend most of their time sitting on my drive. That's an underutilized asset. There will be platforms that enable people to use those. Airbnb is exactly the same model, but with houses and apartments.
What are the main forces driving the way financial institutions interact globally in a shared economy?
Well, I can tell you how we interact with our customers in a shared economy. So, as a technology company operating in the payment space, we need to provide solutions for our customers. I'll give you a really good example. Uber currently pays its drivers every 2 weeks. A driver can request to get the money earlier, as soon as they have a balance. But when they do that, that still takes 3 or 4 days to reach them. We've developed a solution using a product called Mastercard Send, where the driver can get their money instantly. So that's a real case of building solutions. That's not a usual card payment, that is a push payment in real time. It's not a usual card payment, but one that's absolutely necessary in the peer-to-peer world of the sharing economy.
Great. And what effect do you think this will have on the financial services industry?
I think it'll have an effect on the economy as a whole that is potentially enormous. We did a survey very recently, and in that survey it showed that about 50% of Europeans knew what the sharing economy was, and 1 in 3 had actually used it. So that's probably Uber or Airbnb. That shows we're just at the very beginning of this. The millennial demographic uses the sharing economy solutions much more than my generation, for example. And that is something that's going to accelerate enormously. Just think how many underutilized assets there are in the world, how many there are in China, how many there are in India, where the sharing economy is really only just getting underway.
Great. And are there challenges and pitfalls to consider as businesses grow in a more collaborative way?
Well, I think there'll be winners and there'll be losers, as there always are when a new ecosystem or a new set of business models develops. I can't predict who those will be, but I can predict that there'll be significant growth in the sharing economy, and Mastercard really wants to be very much a part of that, which is why we're developing solutions specifically for that segment.
That's great, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.